I put your picture on my mirror. Starts to blush when somebody says your name. Walk in my direction, I go the other way. That's how the song go. I start to stutter when I speak, and my knees go weak. What's happening to me? In the dark, let me tell you what it means. I lay my head on my pillow. But no more of the song, bestie. I should know. I should know this song, you know. Hey, Georgia. Hey, my love. Thank you for joining. Hey, favorite child. Hey. I should know this song, but I don't know the song. Tell the truth. Who knows the rest of the song? Guys, as you come in, go ahead, like the live for me. I really do appreciate it. Means you already signed them. I think I was supposed to sign all of them. No. Keep in mind, that's the reason why I sent you have your wife with her name on it to sign this, and then I sent it with your name to say you sign these only in black ink, and make sure to, when you're scanning them and sending them back to me, it's not cut off or anything, right? So please to resign. Your wife signs I-130 and the I-864, and you sign the I-485, I-765, and the I-130A. Hey, besties! Go ahead, like the live for me, please. How are you guys doing? Hi, what would I name here? Queen? Hi, Queen. How are you? Hi, Lisa. Thank you for joining. Guys, want to not tap the screen? Want to stay so? All right, guys. So it's our immigration live that we have on a daily basis, right? We come live at 11 Missouri time. Yeah, 11 Missouri time, and we stay for probably like an hour, and it is just us answering questions. Again, I'm not an attorney. I don't give legal advice. I make this disclaimer all the time. I'm a trained document preparer who helps persons to fill out their paperwork as best as possible and send it into USCIS. Again, I fill out the papers on their behalf with the information that they give to me. I do not make up information out of thin air, and I do not magically provide evidences for nobody, because I cannot do that, right? The onus is on you, the individual who is going to put in their paperwork, to say, hey, Annika, these are all the things that I have based on our checklist that we have. And I would then say to you, hey, you probably need more evidences to send into USCIS, right? So please, I ask of you, based on our probably 8-page checklist, try to see if you're able to get these evidences, right? Because half of the time you guys do have evidences, you just don't know that you're able to use them. And when it comes to financial evidences, the joint bank account, the credit card statement, USCIS again wants to see that you guys are able to show them that financial comminglings, where we're doing things together in our life financial wise, right? That makes it so good. Hey, Trish, that makes it so good, because again, I always say money is the root of all. Money is the root of all. You can put it in the chat, Money is the root of all what? Hold on, besties. Money is the root of all. Wanna not tell me? Y'all are not saying it. Money is the root of all evil. Yes. So it's always good to have your evidences. Yeah? Yes. Hey, Obeka or Obeki. Yeah, somebody asked a question. My N400 was approved 30 days ago, but I don't have the N445. Should I be worried? I mean, I don't think so. 30 days ago, the oath ceremony. I don't think so. I mean, there's a lot of things that's kind of pausing, but hey, hopefully it works out for you. Hi, Irreplaceable. Liberia, thank you so much for liking the live. I really do appreciate it. Hey, Stacy. Stacy, how are you? Thanks for joining. But yeah, that's what we do. And when I'm sending in my client's case, it is me just telling USCIS, hey, this is the person's case. Like I have a top, a top letter on there that I say to them, hey, this is my client's case, and they retained my services to put their paperwork together and fill out their documents. But anything that you need, anything that you're gonna ask, please reach out to the clients. Like, because what? What? UCS can reach out to me. Like that's it's not my case. Like it's their case, it's their information. So anything that they're gonna want. Hey Boogie. You always a call me Bookie, you know, chubby. You have to say bestie. You have to say, hey bestie. Yeah. So it's me just telling them, hey, I'm the one that filled out their paperwork, and anything, it's based on them. Yeah. Hey Nicole, it's based on them giving me to fill out, because I can't coerce my clients into putting anything on the form that doesn't make any sense. For me, it's me telling them when they send me probably like their work history, and I'm just like, hey, why are all these gaps in the work history? They send me the address history. I'm just like, why are all the gaps in the address history? I mean, there can be gaps in your history, right? Probably like short-term gaps that can be explained, or USCIS might be like, why is this gap so large? Like, where were you living prior to? Like, these are things that USCIS picks up on. And so for me, like when I get the information and I'm just like, okay, so why is your work history missing from Jamaica? Like, all right, when you came into the country, did you started working? When did you start working? Like, did you have an intention of working? Like, it's just like a lot of questions like I'm asking. Yeah. Somebody says, do I have to wait for USCIS to notify NVC about the I-601A waiver? Darling, to be very, 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 very transparent with you, I don't do 601A waiver, but I don't like to assume either, but I think that is what should happen, right? Hey Scott, thank you so much. Yeah, guys, when you can send me gift too, if you don't want to send me gift, but me no come over here, come beg. Like I don't know, but don't get me wrong. Like when I have the people them over TikTok where do them work, and that is them work. This is them workplace. And my workplace too, in terms of like getting my clients, getting potential clients, and having my prospect over here, Thank you so much. Hey, Samantha. Somebody says, Brianna, hey, Brianna, do I need a lot of photos to start my marriage? Then, Brianna, you know what you asked this question yesterday, Brianna? Why, Brianna, yeah, keep on ask the same question? Bree, hey, Paris. Bree, why you asking the same question? Scott said, don't say that. I don't want to come bash me. I'm not bashing anybody. I don't usually bash people. But that's their workplace, man. So, them come on them to them job. It is what it is. But, Brianna, I keep on saying to you, because you asked this question yesterday, I do have a photographic memory and things that I look at and questions that I read and names. I'm going to remember you. But, Brie, you don't have to have a lot of photos, but your photos that you're sending in need to make sense, right? Right, Brie? Brie, if you're in the chat, put one. Guys, go ahead, share the live for me, and also like the live. And if you haven't yet followed us and you are on the For You page, hey, hi, how are you? You might be your first time seeing me, but hi. My name is Annika. I'm a Jamaican, and I'm an immigration document preparer that helps persons to file their paperwork, or a fee if you want to book a consult with us. It is $50 for 30 minutes to hear. Go to our website. Thank you so much for the repost. I appreciate it. But yeah, I was talking to a client that I was helping with their VOA case, And I kind of, stayed on the phone with her and gave her some encouragement. Thank you so much for reposting, Paris. Just gave her some encouragement because again, not every document preparer is going to go above and beyond, and not every lawyer is going to go above and beyond. But at the same time, as document preparers, you have to make sure that you stand in the gap with your client. And the things that you cannot do, you refer them out to a lawyer. Refer them out to a lawyer. Anything that I say here or share here, it is not legal advice. Yeah? Anything that I say here or share here, it is not legal advice. Anything that I share is based on publicly available information and information that is already on USCIS and the NVC website. Yeah? And the training that I've gotten. So, but then if I stop me in my teeth right, so well on there besties. But yeah, anything that I share here is based on publicly available information and information that is on NVC or on USCIS. It's just that I put it in a way that persons are able to digest it a little bit better. Yeah. But there's a lot of things that I'm seeing on social media. And I tell my client this morning, I said, I am not in the rat race with anybody. I will never be in the rat race with anybody, right? And I told her, I said, anything that I'm going to post about my approvals at this point, I'm not even bothering to post it on social media. I'm posting my approvals on my status. Because, again, people get into their feelings sometimes and be like, why that can't be me? Why that can't be me? And, it gets overwhelming at times. But I'm just saying this to say, as document preparers, if you cannot do something when somebody reach out to you, tell them that you cannot do it. Don't let money lead you to do things that you're unable to do. Stop taking people money. Stop scamming people, right? Stop scamming people. Stop telling them that you're able to do it when you cannot do it. Give it to the lawyers. The lawyers is there for a reason. The lawyers are there for a reason. I'm gonna share this with you. I'm gonna share this with you. So Tantan had given me an attorney's number at one point. Cause Tantan always I refer the good lawyer them to me, And sometimes me find my lawyer them too. And there was this one particular lawyer, and she's so good at what she does, and she does with the family base and VOA and stuff like that. And you will always hear me on this platform say, if you as a document preparer, you cannot take the people in place and do it properly, give it to an attorney, make them refer them out to an attorney. It's not just like document preparers, attorneys. You have some attorneys where aren't good either, just like document preparer. It goes both ways. So that attorney, like, when I referred person to her, I just referred person to her because I'm just like, yo, she's so good. I also had like an attorney in New York that I used to refer persons to. He move go somewhere else. I'm gonna like when move go, so I'm gonna feel like me want to refer nobody to him, but me still gonna refer people to him, not because he went to a different association, because he's pretty good. And in December, the attorney looked at me and said, Annika, send me a Zelle. So me not take it as nothing. I am not taking it as anything. Because she just said send me a Zelle. And she texts me back, like when I saw the Zelle came in. See me, huh? Me text her with an eye emoji. I'm going to say, huh? And she said, that's for you. I'm going to say, huh? And me know why. Because usually when you refer persons to attorney, they don't really, there's nothing that you're giving. For me, I don't give to get. That's never ever me. I don't give to get. And that's the reason why I will always help persons no matter what. Like, of course, I have a cost. I have a cost for my services, and that's why when persons come up to me and I tell them my cost, I tell them, you can research me. You can take it or you can leave it, but I'm not gonna fight with anybody. I don't chase money. And when I saw that happen, and she's just like, Merry Christmas. And I'm just like, my mouth hit the floor, like, my mouth was like, because again, I'm never the individual to do something to get something in return. Like, mina stay, so my mother never grew me so. So when I saw that happen, you know, and I talked to her, I was just like, I told her I was grateful because whenever I did I riff nobody to your fee, you give me nothing, none at all. And she said, yeah, I understand that. Like, she's just like, yeah, I understand that. And I know where you're coming from, but you refer persons to me all the time, no matter what, because, and I explained the situations to her, and I know that I cannot handle that situation, or even if I could handle that situation, I still feel like you need an attorney. You need an attorney in your corner. You don't need a document preparer in your corner. Yeah? So, but just I say, for all the document preparers out there, like, you feel like you can talk to your clients them anyway and disrespect them because you feel like, oh, a little bit of money pay me, you know, or you disrespect them verbally, and it's either you sabotage them case, and when you sabotage them case and you don't give them documents, or you hold on to them information, again, you see, karma is karma. All right, that's all I'm saying, karma. And I'm speaking this way, and I'm speaking passionately because I'm a document preparer also. And sometimes when situations arise and somebody reaches out to me and they say to me, hey, Annika, I use this document preparer and, you know, it's just not working out. I'm the very first one to say, hey, let me tell you something. Go back to the document preparer and talk to the document preparer. Don't drag the document preparer online. Don't do it. That's distasteful. And I can understand sometimes it takes everything out of you guys not to come on social media and just blow them up, you know? Because I don't believe, like, if me and one of my clients and a situation is going down, you know, they should ever come out on social media. Like, you cannot talk to somebody, like, the communication is not there. And that's because half of the time, oh, thank you so much. Hey, Mr. Tate. That's because half of the time we put ourselves in the situations where the communication breaks down, and the way how it break down, yeah. It's like, oh, no, don't want to talk to each other anymore. I'm going to always put my business at the forefront. I'm going to always say, hey, this is what is happening. I'm going to always be communicative because, again, this is people's money that we're talking about, and this is people's life when it comes to immigration. So, I'm not tell a lie. God put this by my heart, or I just me want to come talk about it as document preparers coming into immigration, helping people like yourself. Please, may I beg you know, I'm asking you. You see, what you don't know, try research it. You see, if you cannot handle it, leave it alone. You see, if the person need an attorney, send them to an attorney. Stop take them money. Yeah? Stop take them money. There's things that I could talk about on here that me after me chat too much. Me tell myself after me not talk too much. Because there's certain things that I would never come on social media come and say. There's certain things I would never come on social media come and say. And I see some document preparers just doing the most. I mean, just like, bro, like, I wish you guys would stop. I wish you would stop. Stop playing with people. Just stop playing with people. All right, besties, let's get to the questions. I said what I needed to say, and I'm moving on. Thank you so much. I said what I said, and I'm moving on. LOL, I gave referral fees too. But no, you give referral fees, Kayla. Kayla. Why Kayla, your referral fee can't tap the lie? I want it all. Do you do removal of condition? Hey, Scope, don't make me have anything. Scope, love, don't let me have anything. I think she's only asking that for me to say it. But yes, I do removal of conditions. And there's a lot of persons removal of conditions coming up. Keep in mind, USCIS has now made it available to the public to file their removal of conditions online. So they did it just like if you're filing any fee, they kind of discount it. So usually the removal of condition, if you're paper filing it, it's $750. If you're filing it online, it's going to be $700. And this is as per USCIS. All right. Hey, Miss Jeanette. Mr. Tate, thank you so much. Hey, Mr. Murray. Mr. Marmar. That's one of my clients. Mr. Tate, big up you. Thank you. Paris say, how can I get a new prima facie letter to renew my driver's license? So Paris, USCIS would have to be the one to determine if you can get that, and then they will send it to you. It's not something that you can ask them for. Yeah. Scope said, just a reminder that mine is coming up. I know, you know I do it. So I'm just like wondering why should over here come ask me that. Big woman in the business, trust her word. Anything she said, I saw it go. Well, I only talk what I know. Believe me. I only talk what I know. I'm gonna talk things where I don't know. Mr. Rita, I say, boy, you're on my mind. You know, say, come here, girl. Come here to the front of the class, bestie. So see me, I ask the attorney, well, question what I say. So, can I just like prick your brain and ask you a question? And she's like, sure. And I said, so let me ask you, when things like these happen, I'm just like, what do we do and where do we go? She's just like, you have to leave it alone. And no, this is me now, Serena, because I'm like, this is the first time this is happening. Yeah? So this is me, asking Tantan. I said, Tantan, not like this ever happened to you yet? Yeah, Tantan, I have somebody away to the same situation. And I'm just like, Jesus. Then what about now? I'm going to ask one next attorney woman know. I'm going to say like, do things like these happen to you? She's like, I have a couple of cases waiting. So guys, if you don't know what I'm talking about, it is when you send your case in, everything happens quickly in getting the receipt notice. And USCIS don't look back on you to give you a biometrics nor nothing, and you're sitting down months waiting. And it's beyond me. It's beyond me that something like this happen and just nobody. And I see me enough self. See me every sometime I text Serena. I'm like, Serena, come on, I text her out for probably like a 2 week or so now. I'm going to text her and say, I try to get the online access code. And I try like 2 different times to get the online access code. Just because I thought that they would have generated one. Up to now. And then I did another one. And this time I said to them, hey, may I request a new one? Because I wonder if the old one lasts. And up to now, I highly doubt it that they got a message from them. But these are the things that I'm talking about, that things like these can happen. And when they do, what do you do? We've tried everything that we know, and I've spoken to the attorney, and they're just like, yeah, you just have to leave it alone. Here, my client, she, Annika, some I think about it, and that she come tell me, when she over there not think about it, me, I think about it. Hey, Celeste. Do you do VAWA cases? So, yes, I do VAWA cases. You have to have a really good VAWA case. You have to have your evidences. Because if you come to me and just tell me, my husband and I just have arguments and that's it. And then I can't see where the emotional abuse is. I can't see where the financial abuse is. I cannot see it, the physical abuse. I can't see the mental abuse. I can't see the verbal abuse. I'm going to be the one 100% to tell you, hey, you don't have no official USCIS. So, I can't tell people to get a divorce. I cannot. So I'll probably be like, you ever think about that? But me can't tell if you do it either. That is on you, right? But I do VAWA cases. Clemens says, husband got 10-year bar in 2017. All right, consulate appointment. What is the next thing to do? I-130 and 21G. So you probably want to come and speak to me. Don't laugh, Serena. Serena, why you laughing? I serious something. Sir, please do not spam the chat. I beg of you. Lord Jesus, she said she's on vacation. Annika, right now she said right now I'm on vacation here in Las Vegas. I still living my life. USCIS is okay. I'm not looking. You couldn't bring me to Las Vegas with you too, bestie. Like you couldn't tell me that you're going to Las Vegas. Had a friend of mine who filed last January and only got receipts. Lord Jesus, bet. It's true. These things happen. Problem, hey. Problem's a nice face lady. Hi, sir. Ah. All right, let's mute you a bit because I keep saying please don't spam the chat. I'd appreciate it. Dan Stevenson, good afternoon. He's telling everybody good afternoon. Any hope for us from partial banned countries who are waiting for the interviews? That's up to USCIS. And guys, let me say something to you. If you use a giant sponsor, yeah, let me just let's play the devil's advocate right now. Say you come to me as a document preparer and I say to you, hey, you need a joint sponsor based on me reviewing your 1040 transcript, your spouse's 1040 transcript or your parent 1040 transcript, and I say you need a joint sponsor. I expect of you to go look your own giant sponsor because me not look none for you. Let's just be clear here, right? Hello, Maury. Let's just be clear. I'm not gonna look at giant sponsor for anybody because doc preparers are not supposed to be doing that, right? And I say to you, you need a giant sponsor. So you go get your giant sponsor. Anywhere you need to go get your giant sponsor from, go get your giant sponsor. But I am not going to look at giant sponsor for anybody. When you go to your interviews, see that you get all of your document that was sent in to USCIS from your document preparer or your attorney. Have your packet, right? Even though USCIS has it already, please to have your packet, right? Please know that USCIS can ask you anything about your giant sponsor if you use a giant sponsor. Let's repeat that for you. Hey, immigrants only. Dollhouse, why you change your name? Dollhouse, if somebody come over here to me talking about EB3 and EB1 and EB2, I'm saying, oh, go over there and talk to Dollhouse. So what should I be using? The immigrants only? Hey, Natasha, call me. Tell me if the something get done, please. Because me get the notice, me get it. So I'm just gonna scan it to you, even though I know you download it already. That's fine. Yeah. Please note that USCIS can ask you for your joint sponsors information. For all the people in the back, please to write it down on a piece of paper. Please note that USCIS can ask you about the information for your joint sponsor. So when I tell my clients, hey, you need a joint sponsor, they say, okay, Annika. I said, I can't I can't do your case without your joint sponsor. I need to have everything. So them find them joint sponsor. And sometimes this is what happens. People need to understand that if you're using a joint sponsor, the joint sponsor actually agreed to be your joint sponsor. So even though they're like, oh, I don't want the person to see my social, or I don't want the person to see, my tax return transcript. Like, that's understandable. But keep in mind, you're the one that asked this person to be a joint sponsor and they agreed. If you know what the joint sponsor entails, which I often tell my clients, it's a legally binding contract. The I-864 is a legally binding contract. Nothing that I say here should be taken as legal advice. It is a legally binding contract. And if you know, you know. So you should have information on your joint sponsor. So that if USCIS, I've had clients that's gone to their interview and USCIS look at them and said to them, say, hey, so what's your joint sponsor's name? What does your joint sponsor do for a living? How much does your joint sponsor make? Like, I've had that. I've had that on multiple occasions. They want to know who your joint sponsor is. Keep in mind, USCIS can flag. Let me put it down here and rest it here. They can flag your case based on a joint sponsor. Do I need to move the camera out of the sun? They can flag your case based on a joint sponsor. Now, anybody in the chat, can you tell me if this has ever happened to you? Can anybody tell me if this has ever happened to them or know somebody that, you know, this has ever happened to? Tell me. Have you ever heard of it before? All right. Keisha says true. Tell me. Sia says no. Who else here knows that their case can be flagged based on a joint sponsor? And why I'm going to say that is because I've seen it where persons go to an interview and as soon as they go in, they ask them about their joint sponsor. Who is the joint sponsor? Sometimes they don't even know who their joint sponsor is. And that's a red flag there because you don't know anything about your joint sponsor. Or sometimes this joint sponsor has sponsored multiple people. I mean, keep in mind, your joint sponsor can sponsor any amount of people that they want to on the basis that they meet the poverty guideline or they're over the poverty guideline and their household size. You know, they can do it, right? But it's just something in the joint sponsor's history that has that red flag going up every time their name goes to USCIS. Yeah? So, just be mindful of that. I mean, you yourself won't know that, you know. You yourself won't know that. But USCIS will. And it's based on certain things. So you yourself won't know that. You just ask somebody to be a joint sponsor. Because again, anybody could be your joint sponsor. A family friend, right? A family member, a cousin, you know? Anybody could be a joint sponsor. But just know this. You go to your interview, they will be asking you. Sometimes they can ask you who your joint sponsor is. And they will ask you information about the joint sponsor that they think you should know. All right? All right, besties. How long after the extension letter for the green card you get the card? So if this is for a removal of condition, keep in mind that you will get that 48 months extension letter. But then if you're still married and you want to do your naturalization underneath marriage base, then a year after you can do your naturalization, right? USCIS won't be sending you a green card of a proof that replacing the green card. No. It's either you do your naturalization or you wait the 48 months to do your naturalization and then they will adjudicate both cases. Whichever way works. Sometimes I guess in the process of waiting, and you wait so long and don't do your naturalization, they might just approve out your I-751 and then send you a replacement card. But yeah, that's how that works. So if you're here and you're doing the removal of condition, you can reach out to me. I can help you with that. Right? And or let's see here. Yes, I did my part and she did hers. Could check your email. All right, no problem. Once I'm done, I will go check it. So if you need consultations from us, the number is on the screen. Save our number. Please don't be scammed. Please don't be scammed. All right. For the person who might be calling me, I'm on my live. I will definitely return the call to you. Okay. So save the number. Hey, I have a 2-year green card and apply for removal and never got no letter yet. So when did you do it? I applied like 6 months ago. For persons who I do the removals for, in the space of a week, sometimes 2 weeks, they actually get their receipt notices and then they get their extension. What did you send in on your case to show that you're still living together with your spouse? The relationship is still going. We're still having financial comminglings. What is it that you sent in? Because a lot of people take the removal for a joke, knowing that USCIS, they will they will let you lose your green card in the removal process. They will let you lose that green card because a lot of people think that, oh, I should not be sending in these information. Guys, go ahead, like the live for me. Get us to 20,000. Get us to 20,000 likes. Yeah, they will let you lose that thing. We do, hi Chad. We do, hi Malik. We do visa applications. We do passport renewals, the Jamaican passport renewals. Reach out to us for that. We do, you see the notice of intent to deny, guys. You see, if you reach out to a document preparer and them tell us, say, hey, I cannot do this. Please trust and believe them that they cannot do it and you need an attorney. Those noids. I submitted all proofs like bank statements and bills. What else? What else, baby? You send it to the right place, because sometimes when you don't send it to the right place and then they have to transfer the cases and then it takes a long time for you to even get any notice. But I've never had a problem like that. I mean, you see, immigration teaches me a lot, over the time of doing immigration, it teaches a lot, and it teaches patience, it teaches a lot of patience, and it teaches a lot of, all right, if I do this, how do I, get back this? Like one of my clients that I helped with her hardship waiver for a F1, right? She made the mistake of sending in 2G1650. So you will say it's the easy, the besties. She made the mistake of sending in 2 copies of the G1650 with one of the hardship waiver for the F1, right? To get a work permit and a SSN. The USCIS see it and USCIS charge. They charged the money. They charged her application twice. Beam, it is her fault that she sent it in twice. I understand. But it's only for one application and they charged it and they took the 520 twice. And she's like, Annika, I made this mistake. And I'm just like, all right, girl, I got you. Guys, if you haven't yet hit the follow button, go ahead and follow me. My name is Annika. I'm based in Missouri. I help in all 50 states, so you guys can reach out to me, book your consultation, come and talk to me. Have a situation that might be able to help you. If I can't, I would refer you to an attorney, okay? So she said, Annika, USCIS took my money twice, and them literally sent her 2 receipt notices for one case. So I tell her, I say, hey, we can get back the money, right? But it will take some time for you to get back the money. We just have to show them proof of them drawing the money twice, the 2 receipt notices, explain to them what happened, right? Yeah, your fault, but at the same time, it's only one application that she was paying for and not 2. So, like with things like those, I mean, there's a lot of things that can happen in immigration. There's so much things that could happen, and right now, your waiting game better be strong. Right? We file taxes too, guys. So if you want to reach out to us with your taxes, please reach out with the taxes, okay? The number is on the screen, 417-213-1452. If you are in Jamaica and you want to, your family member want to file for you, but you're in Jamaica, yeah, have them reach out to us. We do the NVC processing too. Come ask for a quote, ask us what we do, and we can help you. Ask us what we do, bestie. Somebody say, morning, girlie. Hey, Sham. Morning, girlie. Happy New Year. Happy New Year to y'all, too. Happy New Year to you, too. All right. Somebody's asking, what's the rate of people being detained while doing an interview? So this is at I think it's San Francisco field office. San Francisco. Hey, sweets, how are you? Yeah, I think it's at the San Francisco, and I don't know what's the ratio. I can't give you like a percentage because my clients go in, they do their interview, and they go back. They go back home. Like, I pray every time one of my clients have their interview. I have like probably this month I have probably like 6 to 7 different people I got interview, and all I can do is pray. All I can do is to prepare them and pray and say, Jesus, just guide them. Put your 10,000 angels over them. Guide and protect them. Because again, I can only work off of what they tell me. Right? Because again, we're not coercing any information out of anybody. We're not putting information on the form that is not theirs. I am not making up evidences out of thin air, because I can't do that. I'm look like, hey, Carol. Like somebody like Carol know when Carol reached out to me. I said, Annika, when Carol reached out to me, not last year, but the year before, when Carol reached out to me, I said, Annika, I get an RFE for my son. Somebody else did do the case fair. She said, I get an RFE for my son, I get an RFE for me. Well, I'm going to look at Carol and I said, Carol, send me up. I sent Carol a long list. Besties, I sent Carol a long list. I'm going to say, Carol, get these evidences. What's my cost for the I-130? Loaner, reach out to me. The number is on the screen, or you can go to click the little head right there and you see my email. Click the email and it go, I'm send Carol one long list, you know. I'm going to say, Carol, your husband filed for your son, right? And she say, yeah. I say, all right, bestie. These are the things that you need. Carol, someone forget anything here from. Guys, Carol said, where must I get these things from? I said, no, Carol, I have them. Look on the list. I say, you must have transaction where your husband buy things for your son. I say, when buy fee? I say, him not have a phone, pay him phone bill. Him not play a game. Him not buy one game fee. I say, him not have a credit card. Him not have a green light credit card. Him not, the house I use the light, the water, the internet. I need the bills for that. I need to show the step-parent relationship. Your English blue shirt. Carol was just like, oh yeah, we actually do that, No, I don't do H2B. She's like, yeah, you know, say it's true. I say, come man, I say, not talk about you. Look, I say, you don't talk to him. Like, you don't talk about him. Like, you guys don't have conversations. You don't call him. I need those information. Here, Carol to me, no. All right, Annika, I'm going to get them for you. And trust and believe. She went and she digged up for her evidences because she had them. But that is the thing with people. Like, they don't know what type of... Lord Jesus, watch my bestie. All right, bestie. But now when you come tell me, say the blood of Jesus against me. I don't know if you want me to pull you up, because every time I see you, my eye now go miss. Come and see you. My eye them now go miss. And every time she scroll, she put up her pinky finger. One of my client this morning tell me, say, my bully her for come up here. Of course, me go bully her because my bestie. So I just send her one look invite, and you say if she don't want answer, then she not got answer. But I know she got answer because that's what she stay. Yeah. What I see him? Well, one and I see him. Oh, she probably look for the phone, say, She probably look for the phone, say, bestie. And she say, say that girl ain't easy. And every time I tell her, I say, don't pull me up when I come over. Yeah, but every time I see her, I'm going to invite her up, so I stay. Yeah, and green card, no interview. See it there. But bring her up here, irreplaceable. Let me see if she want to come up. I invite her. I don't know if she want to come up. But, yeah, like Carol and her son, both of them, because both of them had gotten RFEs. Yeah, and Carol get her information and no interview. RFE approved. Yeah, man. Right, true. And that's what I mean about like brainstorming. Like brainstorm your evidences because you never know what are the things that you can use. Like for persons who use my service and I give them that like that long list because I'm always reinventing my list. Right? Irreplaceable should not come up. She just watch it because she say, that girl leave me alone, you know. So you see, you have to I reinvent my list all the time and Tantan know that too. So with that being said, it's like me always thinking out of the box. What are some of the things that I can give to USCIS? And like one of those lists I do not share on for sale. It's only for my clients. Yeah. But say I like it here. When me done write down all these these tips, January, I must sort out Anaka. Yes, Nicole. Yes. Because people don't understand. Like I say to them, if you say to USCIS, well, USCIS, I work in New Jersey, but I live in New York, right? With me and my husband, and my permanent residency is in New York. But I do probably like a living job there, like, and I probably stay there like for 2 or 3 days out of the week. All right. Can you show me proof that you go to work on these days? All right. Where are the bus tickets? Like, show me proof of the bus ticket, right? Going back and forth. I need to see that. So you show them proof of the bus ticket. All right, cool. Like, which bank account are these bus tickets being paid out of? Is it your joint bank account? Is it your husband's account? Is it your personal account? Like, show the people them proof. Show USCIS proof because proof is what is going to save your case. Yeah? You can't just give them or sell them a story not expecting them to ask about proof. You cannot sell them a story and then not give USCIS proof. It to me, it's beyond ridiculous. And I tell people, I feel like when Tantan and I were speaking, and it's like sometimes we see some cases and me and Tantan is just like, I feel like we would be hard on individuals if we were USCIS officers. I feel like we would be hard. I feel like we would be hard on them just because Tanil and I have an attention to detail. So when they send us something, we're looking at it like in a different, on a different level. So when I say to people, all right, why is the IDs not matching up? Like, why your husband's ID has said this and why your ID has said that? Like, USCIS is going to question it. What's the reason behind this? And then you're going to explain to me. And I'm like, okay, so there's an explanation there. Are we sending in this explanation to USCIS? Because if your explanation makes sense, then you have to make it make sense to USCIS. Let them know from the get-go that this is the situation so that you don't set yourself up when you go into the interview. Because you will be setting yourself up. You know that the person have a different ID. All right, keep in mind, if you're moving, right, say you lived at a prior address and you see Scope with upon the platform here, Scope that was asking about her removal. All right, I met Scope in 2023, right? And I did Scope and her 3 children, right? People may ask, girl, how you do that? You know? Somebody might be like, how you do that? So when Murray say, your people asked me to call them on Monday. Okay, great. Do that. So I'm just like, all right, what are you gonna show to USCIS for that proof? You understand? Like, so all right, I'm gonna tell about Scope now. So Scope and our 3 children. Scope was working all the way in one other state and she lived in a one different state. And she was moving, like she was in the middle of moving when we were doing her case. So me I do 4 cases at once. And Scope was in the middle of moving. And Scope said, Jesus, Annika, we're gonna prove this to USCIS. Mr. Girl, I got you. Like, keep in mind, things take time to change over when it comes to different bills and the utility bills and the utility company. Yeah, things take time to change over, but the onus is on you, the individual, right? You, the individual, who is saying to USCIS, hey, these are my evidences. All right. So take, for instance, Scope. Scope was living at an address. She's moving. She's in the middle of moving. So all of her bills are saying the old address, right? All of what I'm sending in is saying the old address. And then she got the new lease for the new place. I'm going to say, all right, we're sending it in too. But there has to be, right, an explanation to USCIS. So now we reach the point where she finally move into the place, and then now she have some bills coming into the new address name while we have bills in the old address name. Why don't you feel like USCIS is going to ask you about that discrepancy with the address? Like, why is this one bill, light bill, saying this while you have another light bill saying this address? What's the discrepancy here? Right? Keep in mind, this was 4 cases that I was doing one time. And all of this is happening. And remember, I have to explain to USCIS the discrepancy in the address. I have to explain to USCIS, okay, she live and work somewhere else. Like, and believe me, when she met me, a lawyer was charging her $20,000, and that never include USCIS fees. Scope, me wrong or me right? Scope, if it's still there, me wrong or me right? Hey, Mel, am I wrong or am I right? I think they were charging her like $20,000, and she met me a Sunday when I used to do my Sunday live. And when I grab that case and I explain, hey, Naya, but boop, boop, boop. Naya, that's not Naya case get approved, besties. Congratulations, Naya. You're over on the green side of life. The green card side of life. So it's like me now explaining down Scope situation, you know, and she was just like, oh my God, Annika, may I explain everything now, to USCIS now, because me like you, I don't want them to come back and come ask me nothing or ask her anything. So she gave me her evidences. I looked at it, saw the discrepancy, and then I had to explain it. Guys, tell Naya, congratulations, man. Hey, pretty boo. But yes, and the whole 4 of them get them green card without any interview. So with all of what was happening in her case, she gets our green card without an interview for her and her 3 children. So that's why you see when me and Tanya sit down on the phone and me and Tanya will just talk, and like sometimes we're just like, how would you not? Another example of another case that we did where there was discrepancy right through the case. I'm like, what? Like, and then I said to her, like, the client, and we did this case, like somebody had filed their case and the entire case come back. I think it was a pastor. The pastor, she said he filed our case. Maybe it was a pastor in our immigration to you. I think she said the pastor had filed our case. So last year, August, it wasn't her that reached out. It was an individual who I had helped with his case. And he reached out to me and said, Annika, I have one friend who live in Florida, and our case gets sent back. And he said to me, I think you can help her and our son? I'm going to say, all right, send her over to me. And I spoke to her and I said, hey, send me all of your evidences. She mailed over everything to me. The rejection notice, everything. She mailed it over to me. And I said to her, all right, cool. When I went through, I said to her, look, me I forgot to over back everything because I can't follow up on this. Like, this is not what I'm going to follow up on. So I had to redo everything, fill out all of the application for both her and her son. And I realized that the husband address and the ID, she was explaining it to me, and she was saying to me, Annika, my husband ID don't match your address. And I said, why? And She was trying to explain it to me, and she said I told him to change it and put it in in our new address, and he doesn't want to do it. All right, I said there has to be a reason why he doesn't want to do it. I said let me speak to your husband, and I spoke to the man, and I said to him, hey, why don't you want to change your address? Because you guys have moved 3 different times, and for the 3 times that you have moved, you have never changed your address off your ID. What's up with that? And he looked at me and he said to me, well, Annika, my business is at this address. And I said to him, okay, all right, your business is at this address. He says, my father owned the business previously and it was willed down to me. And I said to him, all right. So him said to me, say, all of my business, emails, bank account, everything come to this address because of my business. I said, all right then. I went back to the person who sorted me out, and I said to her, leave your husband alone. But said the address is not going to change on the ID no time soon. That's what I said to her. I said the address is not going to change on the ID no time soon. I said I will explain it to USCIS. That's exactly what I said to her. And she said, really, Annika? I said yes, because he had a valid reason as to why his address could not be changed, and he doesn't want to change it. Yeah? All right, fine. The other discrepancy was they had moved within the apartment. So say for instance they were at apartment 1 and then they moved to apartment 2, right? Me a school no today, no, my school come off like me have 5 more minutes. So they moved from one apartment to the next. So the health insurance was in the old apartment, right? And then the rest of the bills were now filtering over into the new address. So boom, you have address discrepancy again. What do you do? How do you explain this to USCIS? Me not got to know. Me and Taniel bud pan writing them discrepancy something here give USCIS, because if we see the discrepancy, USCIS is going to also see the discrepancy. So if you see it out of your 2 eyes, them, why you gonna set up the client and not explain it to USCIS? So with that client, their financial evidences were strong. They didn't have a lot of evidences, but when it comes to bills, when it comes to the health insurance, the life insurance, the State Farm insurance, the insurance at work, like it was solid. The child was also on everything for them. And this was I filed it August last year, and then I think their approval came in September, October. No interview at the time when interview was running. And I always say to people, you see, when your financial evidence is strong and the financial stability is strong, USCIS is always going to look at that. And look at how much discrepancy was in this case. There was so much discrepancy in the case, but me, I put the ID, because that's the only ID that he had, and I got the evidences for the business, right, to show that this is where his business is at. I got the business bank account. I explained everything to USCIS, and that was at the very top of the case, because it's a discrepancy and you want them to see that first. You want them to see that, hey, I'm not lying here. Yeah, I'm not lying. All I'm saying to you is there's some discrepancy in my case, and I'm going to explain the discrepancy to you. Because at the get-go, if you don't, when you go to the interview, they're going to see the discrepancy and they're going to be like, so why is your address different from where you're living? Okay, why is this life insurance saying this apartment while you live here at this apartment? Okay, all right. Why your mother name spell wrong for your birth certificate? Like, these are the things that we're talking about. Yeah? These are the things that we're talking about. All right, besties. So I think that's my time. That's my time for today. Right? And I hope you guys took away something from this session today. Because I could talk about immigration all day, every day if I can. And if I will. But I usually take an hour out of my day. I come, I share, I post my videos, And I hope it helps somebody. Even if it helped one person, I'm fine with that. Naya, congratulations again. Being a green card holder. Clock that. And if you haven't followed me as yet, go ahead, hit the follow button. Find out what we do here, right? I am not the doc preparer that is going to... I am not the doc preparer that is going to blow smoke up your ass. I am not that doc preparer. And that's why I tell people I am not for everybody, which is so true. I am not for everybody. But I am that doc preparer that is going to rock with you till the wheels fall off, because again, I give you good service. I pride my business on good service. You'll have people that don't like me because, again, I will say no to them and they will probably be like, so why y'all tell me no? Why you don't want to take my case? Like, that's never it. If I can't take your case, I'm just not going to take your case. And everybody's case is different. Nobody gets the same result. I mean, everybody wants to get to that one result, which is getting their green card, getting their naturalization, but everybody treads a different road in getting to the same result, right? You just have to have a really good attorney or a really good document preparer who is willing to, tread the road with you. I know that sometimes we get individuals who, they just want to question us back and forth, and we're going to answer them. We're going to answer them for the mere fact that, hey, this is what we do. Hey, babe.
Did you find your keys?
No, I'm never find my key. You're laughing like an evil person. Do you have it?
No.
Oh, goddamn.
I didn't look for it. Where are they?
I don't know. I lost them. But yeah, I'm that type of document preparer. Taniel is that type of document preparer. Again, you have other document preparers out there. You just have to vet your document preparers. If somebody else use them, I mean, you should get the same service from them. But sometimes in reality, it's not the same. It's not the same in reality. So you just have to be mindful and know who you're using. And it's the same with the attorneys. So besties, if you want to book a consult with me, go ahead. The head right here, this head, just click the head and go over onto our website, book the consult when it comes to mock interview prep, when it comes to just immigration consultation for $50 for 30 minutes. We do tax preparation, we do visa, we do passport renewals, right? We do resumes, letter writing. Just reach out. But until next time, besties, I'll see you guys right back here at 11 a.m. Central Time. Bye!